So last week, we asked for your input as to what our gimmick was and what our book is about. And you guys certainly came through with plenty, many suggestions. And the problem was, honestly, they were too good, most of them. And it was a really great treasure trove of prompts. People were giving me ideas, and I was like, go write this now. Write this for me now. You do it, publish it, and I read it. And I will read it, and I will, like, pimp you, and you can be like, ye. I wrote this prompt on 50 Shades of Green, and then I did it, and it was, like, actually good. And, of course, nobody read it, because it was worthwhile. This one's from Voltaire, where his idea, or her, is that our young heroine has always been displeased with her oddly pale skin and her dark eyes. So strange. But then one day, her typical middle-class high school, she notices that the teachers are all going around with mind slugs, and no one else seems to notice. See, in this one, she's special because she can see the mind slugs and the good guy alien love interests. It's like, why can't you see the love slugs? Ye, he's like, you re special. Here's some from scene that if we do go with Twilight with robots, the epic third wheel has to be the robot tech support guy, and he works on the robot love interest. I just like this one from Lucas, because it's our young, insecure protagonist's name is Amora. It can also be Luna. That's suggesting that we should actually make the guy evil, and while that would be a twist, that's not how these books work. Yeah, there's too much of a twist by doing that. You see, we really can't have a... We really can't have a deal yet. There's literally no twist. There's no twist. The only twist is that, oh me God, you real witch alien, vampire, or wolf. Ye, that's the twist. Having to go again with Tracy Pennington's comment of that you need to make your alien sex bots like the War Queen, that you show him being horrible, but present him as wonderful, and he wants to take over a random girl's life for her own protection, but that's okay, because she doesn't think that her liberty, her mind, or her free will are worth anything. That's a twist that works, because it's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. So, that's quite perfect, actually. That's quite perfect. This one I like, where the alien is some kind of zoologist, his species is at war with another Earth, is seen as some kind of nature preserve that's in danger of being contaminated, so there, a little prime directive going on in there, a little bestial. Yeah, a little bestial. By far the one that got the most likes, and that was what I probably liked the most, came from Christopher Emmett, and it's about our average, everyday, pale heroine who is just like you, average, everyday female reader, falls in love with a dashingly androgynous alien from beyond the stars, but in a twist. The alien species excretes a myom, I, 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 I warm during sexual. I prevail. I review Zuvio. Zuvio, the Zio, 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 or view Zio, or view, whoa, view, 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 Usually, when the aliens sex each other, they both have total control over each other's faculties, but between a human and an alien it results in the alien's complete domination of the human's brain, and he doesn't want to put her through that because he respects her autonomy. Oka so you've got to save it for never. Ye, because he's like, no, I don't want to put you through that. She's like, no, I want it. So we have some interesting qualms about autonomy and how she really doesn't value hers. So that would be interesting. It goes on to be like, he masturbates and creates a sentient brain slug that becomes the ethnic third wheel. We can't do that because boys don't masturbate. Ye. Love interests. What are you talking about? They take long, moody walks in the woods. Samantha Joe Deere suggests that there be a men in blacks trying to take my boyfriend away angle. Would the third wheel then be a member of the men in black then? That would be interesting. If we wanted to go with the mantis man, the gimmick is that if they have sex, she'll turn into a monster and eat him. Or it's kind of reverse. He'll do that to her. Double danger. It's got that lion lamb thing. Well, because that's the vampire thing. He doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to eat her. Yeah. But she's just so damn delicious smelling. Delicious, lady flesh. Dan suggested 50 sides of Gray based off of that old book Flatland. It's an interdimensional love story. So the thing, I think by far the most common one we got, was based on that one little throwaway line you said on the first 10. We want to go on a journey of self-discovery in the Lovecraftian sense. This was not me attempt to seed anything in your heads or anything like that. Or was it? But far and away the most popular, the most requested one was Twilight with Hulu. Their sexy Hulu. Sexy Hulu. Ye. He's saving the world. This was me initial appeal to this idea with Lovecraftian Twilight. And it's basically that a lot of the outrage poured over the Twilight series is based on people being mad that Stephanie Meyer got the lore so wrong. And so with Lovecraft vampires don't sparkle. So with the Lovecraft, you find a lot of the appeal to it as he creates this incredibly vast, nihilistic universe with these beings that just shine a spotlight on the sheer smallness and inconsequential nature of human existence. Smaller than its. Yeah, we are just so tiny in the great expanse of existence, and then we could just write this book that just shits all over them. And then we teach the great old ones about love. The more we thought about it, the more enough that everything within me as a human being just wanted to go to the sandbox of up Lovecraft and just start kicking shit around. Throw me cat in there and go, no, leave a present. Leave a present. Oh, just think of the outrage. Oh, the delicious outrage. No, I mean, You see that a lot in Alien, like Abyss, and the remake especially of the day our ears stood still, where it's like, you know, where the aliens show up and we teach them about our value because we love. Yes, like that's the only reason they dawn to destroy us, because we love. And we teach them to love. We teach to and we have love, which means we treat. Then you think about the logic behind it and you like, really, that's the only thing saving our love. Mom, we love. That's all we got, man. It's all we have. That's all we got. Fucking planet of ours. You know, someone you know whips out that Necronomicon, and like the great old ones are in high scope, which is amazing. But mind you, the elder gods could have been aliens who came to Earth. It could be that they came and they were just like, woo, stopping grounds. Come on, man. Well, I mean, isn't this fun to drive them mad? Yeah. Can we like bring in like that Robert Frost poem of like fire and ice? Like, could that be our attempt to making it deep and profound by including Robert Frost poetry? No. All right. You know what? You want to see how this dumb shit begins. All right. All right. Break it out. Fucking Genesis. 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 What is it? But the tree of knowledge and good of evil, thou shalt not eat it, for that day thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely do. That's why there's an apple on the cover of this. Hull. It's the dumbest shit because it's like she learns about, like we re-equating learning about vampires with the fall of man. It's just like the dumbest. Whatever. Fuck you, Stephanie Meyer. Another interesting element to this genre, and you see it in beautiful creatures too. It to be like, no, you humans got it wrong. It was this thing. No, we re not witches. We recasters. No, we don't explode in the sun. We re sparkly. So it's like with the great old ones, it's like, no, we re not hundreds of meters tall octopus man. That was an image you put in your head or this guy's head, and it drove him insane. Or this is, and it genuinely see to you your head but so I'm actually really hot. Ye. He was a baby elder god. Ye, he's only like 5 million. And then he went to sleep for, you know, sleep and dreaming. Ye, well, he's like the hasty aunt. He's quick-paced. He's quick-paced. He once interrupted an elder god before he finished his sentence. Ye, it's like we were afraid of them because we don't understand them. So we narrow it down. Are we going to stick with the traditional Roswell alien boyfriend or a Cthulhu Lovecraft shit all over everything that people hold sacred? But then we get to shoe a horn in a plot of having to save the world. Yeah, they have to save the world. And if we do Lovecraft, what contrived nonsense do we come up with to justify why the young, sexy, great old one is in high school? I think the third wheel should raid from the book that summons them but entrapping them within human form. Yeah, we were also thinking, like, originally the Necronomicon was originally the we were also thinking the crow family heirloom or something. Yeah, It was an heirloom by the mad Arab. Yeah, like the ethnic third wheel has the Necronomicon. Like, basically from Damascus into India. Ye. It could be like the Black Plague you handle of Hocus Pocus when he reads out of it on a dare, and brings about the end of the world. But the end of the world is so sexy. But it's so sexy. It's so sexy. Guys, we're getting really excited about Lovecraft. He's like, if you see me you'll go mad. She's like, I want. And then somehow she does and she does to go mad. She's like, you re beautiful. All those tentacles. Unless there's a great public outcry, we re gonna go with the. We a great public gonna go. The they gonna Guys, he's wearing a fucking kilt and he has a sword. Come on, guys. You know in your soul you want this. He saves the world so he can destroy it. So in the event that we don't go with this as our premise, we need to figure out our plot. So let's start having discussions on plot. What contrived nonsense gets our eldritch abomination into high school in the first place? Or why does our main love interest? What makes her so important to the end of the world or to preventing it? And how does the third wheel enter into it? Mr. Family Heirloom Indian. Yea, he's got the Necronomicon. But how does that play in? Is it like the black flame candle? I don't want it to be in this dare. He read on from the dare and the next day there's this sexy new kid in the school. And why is this eldritch abomination a sexy in high school? I was thinking sexy college, but then we can have booze. You, we really incorporating this booze element. If you wondering where this comes from, it's from Shades of Grey. They drink a lot. She drinks so much alcohol it explains all her terrible life choices. Send your responses, ideas, and of course wall things, our woefully bereft wall. There's more things on it. Send us your ideas and wall things and words of support, condemnations, assumptions that we don't know shit about, whatever, at Sheapocalypse on Twitter. You can also follow Sexy Alien Book because I retweet plenty of things there. And of course we do read comments where we find them. If you're afraid of the Facebook, you can use Twitter. Otherwise, leave them on Sheapocalypse.com, which is where our most interesting conversations have developed so far. And also on our Blip page at 50 Shades of Green Blip Favel. Next week we will be focusing on your suggestions of what you've thrown at us for plot, but mostly we have to figure out who are our characters. Why is our hollow shell of a lady protagonist special to them? Why is our third wheel the third wheel? Because he's not white. Because he's not white. And how do we fill out the rest of our cast of paper-thin characters that do not matter? Should our Cthulhu have a bunch of other elder god family members? We could have a Carlisle, and Annalise, and a nice one, and then there's like a bitch that hates her. And they really resent the fact that they all have to take human form when she's around. Because they like, if we don't you all just go mad with your tiny little brain. Oh, you can be dumb and abusive at the same time. And I'd be so cute. Who knew? You can be both,